Hello YouTube. Now, this one's a bad one. This one's just a really bad one. I couldn't even get my intro done slowly like I usually do. This one's just so bad. If you want, go click on another video. I'm sure Nostalgia Critic or I'm Mad or How to Have Ended or Australia says something. Just go click someone else. Really. You don't want to be here for this. I don't want to be here for this one. It's a very bad movie. So go on. Go click something else if you want. Because, yeah, Legend of the Titanic. God, this really sucks. Okay, so what's the very first abomination of this film? The story. So, pretty much it's the story of a rich person who goes on a boat and meets a poor, guy. I guess he's still poor, even though they say that he's a prince. And yet he still can't bribe people at all to take his dog and doesn't really tell anyone about it. Okay, but I digress. And it's not really mentioned again. I'm sorry. It's just, why was he a prince? What? Why was he a prince? And then they pretty much go aboard the Titanic, fall in love, but then the Titanic sinks. Oh wait, no, that's the story of the other one. That's the story of the live-action one. Oh wait, no, they have the same story. Yeah, they have the exact same story. It's two people go on a boat, they fall in love, and it's the Titanic and it sinks. Because in this one, everyone lives. Yeah, spoilers. They all live. Literally, no one dies. Not even the captain, who was willing to go down on the ship, sent this creepy octopus, who I'll talk about in the characters, just grabs him and is like, nope, you gotta come back. We need to make a sequel somehow. No, really, they actually have a sequel to this. Look it up. It's weird. Very first image I saw of it was the dog holding a gun. You will watch this movie. But, yeah, that's pretty much how it feels watching Legend of the Titanic. Pretty much, they're holding a gun at you and they're like, okay, you will watch this movie or else. That's really all. Because it feels like you're being forced to watch it whenever you watch it. And, God, is it a bad experience. Not only is it historically inaccurate, really historically inaccurate, seriously, what do they mean by the jail sharks in the... Okay, again, in the characters. I'll talk about in the characters. But, also, just the sheer fact alone that they made everyone live? What about all the people who died aboard the Titanic? What happened to them? Did they just magically survive this version? Yeah, and guess what? Guess who actually possibly died? The villain. Yeah, they're the only ones who possibly died. I mean, they were lost out at sea, so they either died of starvation or thirst or cannibalism. Who knows? Who knows what was happening on that little boat? But it was sure is more interesting than the story. Oh, God, is it a bad one? I mean, this one... I can't even make the words of how bad this is because it's just atrocious. This is one of the worst animated films. Aside from Where the Dead Go Die, but I have not seen that movie, so please do not ask me to review it because it's rated R and very disturbing. But yeah, this one's not as bad as that, but it's still really bad. It's up there with some of the worst. But to me, yeah, you're probably not gonna believe this, but I find this one worse than Food Fight. Drop your mouth in awe, I guess, if you actually stayed for this video. But, unlike my warning said in the beginning, but, yeah, I think it's worse than Food Fight. Why? Because Food Fight's fictional. This one's not. This one's based off a real tragedy that actually happened. Hundreds died upon that boat. And yet, what do we have to show for it? A stupid looking face, of course. I mean, why did they do that? God, this movie was just an insult to all those people who died aboard that. I wonder if anyone who actually was on the Titanic saw this movie and said, hey, movie about something I was on, that's pretty cool. And then was just saying to himself while watching it, God, this is bad. Like, this is just awful. I wonder if anyone did that. Like, someone who was on board the Titanic actually watched this. That would be an interesting thing. Like, that would be very interesting to see. But, yeah, the reason why I find it worse than Food Fight, though, I still need to address this, at least Food Fight was a work of fiction, and not based on historic events, and also, it has $65 million budget. Yeah, who would have thought? And also Christopher Lloyd, I think. Or someone else like him. Like Christopher Lloyd. Okay, the same person who played Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit played in Food Fight. Why? I don't know. I guess he was just low on money or something, but yeah, he did. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. For the story, I give it 2 out of 10. That's it. The 2. A freaking 2. Really it. That's really all I have to give it. So, on to the animation, which is also awful. Okay, since I have to list animations that are characters, here's the animation. Now, God, is this thing mediocre? I mean, it's really just mediocre. Nothing really much to it. It's just pretty mediocre. Sometimes it'll be decent, like in the opening, the room looks very warm and inviting. And then at other times, it'll just look really bad pretty much throughout the rest of the film, and then they'll jump to this random computer animation, which sometimes saves it. But, yeah, it's just sort of all over the place. Like, at one point we'll be seeing this decent computer animation going across the screen, like, oh, okay, well, at the time, that's pretty good. I mean, okay, and now we're back onto these random people, okay. Why? Why can't we just enjoy the ship? But, yeah, yeah, we don't get to enjoy anything in this. But, whenever they show the animation, we never actually get to enjoy it. Because it'll go by, like, oh, hey, you want to see that? Nope. So, yeah, for the animation, I just had to give it 3 out of 10. Because sometimes it'll be decent, but other times, oh my god. Just a 3. On to the characters. Frankly, I don't know much about these characters. I don't even know their names. I forgot them. Aside from a few. So, pretty much, I'll just talk about the ones I do remember. And also just giving them, just like calling them by what they are. The obvious love interest. Both of them. Yeah, they both fall into the same category of blandness to me. Because they have no character aside from, oh, they're in love after one conversation. Yeah, really, they don't even, actually no, they don't even have a conversation. They just sort of start dancing. I mean, give credit to the first Titanic movie that was animated for some reason. They at least have one conversation. Here, it's like, oh, hey, look at that, it's that guy. Oh, hi, we're on the same path. Oh, hi, we're on the same boat. I guess I wish to dance for no clear reason. That's really it. That's really it. That is all the chemistry that they share. Or supposed chemistry. Because if you actually want me to be invested in the characters movie, give me good characters to be invested in. And then there's the villain, who, let's just say it, he's every single way too over-the-top villain who cares about way too many things that he really should care about. I mean, he cares that someone's falling in love. Why can't he just get this freaking whaling right? And seriously, what I don't care about this movie is why can't he just join businesses with this guy? And then just be like, hey, I'm gonna go whale. Okay, I got enough money now. Also, how does he not have enough money? He's able to go on this freaking Titanic! How does this guy not have enough money? And he was also marrying the lady. He also fell in love with the lady who married the Duke, or whoever that guy was. So why did he actually need the money? He seemed rich enough. But yeah, maybe I'm thinking too much about it, but seriously, he seemed rich enough to me. Like, I mean, all this money that he had, he seemed to be rich enough to do whaling. Okay, and then there's his annoying sidekick who, yeah, I can only count as annoying. And that's really it. I can just classify him as annoying. There's nothing else more to say about him. He's just very annoying. But that voice that he has, God dang it, that voice was so annoying. Everything about that character was annoying. And then there is the mice, who, again, I fit into one category, because they're practically all the same. They're all bland. Just like the main characters, they're all bland. If you haven't seen this pattern yet, they're all bland. Every single one of them. Every single character in this movie is bland. But these ones are very particularly, okay, well, they're very specifically bad. Because, well, these are the ones telling us the freaking story! I don't even know what happened to the little Brazilian mice. Oh yeah, and not even Brazilian. He doesn't even have a Brazilian accent, so I don't know why he's Brazilian. He just is. Yeah, that's really distracting. And then one of the characters is actually telling us a story about how all this happened. And he's hardly in it! He's just like, I've just been watching from the shadows, I guess. That's how I know about all this. I mean, it's like there are scenes where he's not even there! How do you know about these? How is he able to tell these grandchildren of his about this if he wasn't there? Also, his girlfriend Stella, or wherever the heck her name is, yeah, she's really annoying. You know why? Because she's not in it! She only shows up for like 3 scenes, and that's it! She's like, oh, quick cameo. That's really it. That's all she is a quick cameo. Just to be like, oh, hey, they got together in the end. I hope you're happy about that. Because you know how invested you were in that. It's just really bad. And, then we also have the Mumbler, or at least that's what I call him. I think he's like a duke or something, but yeah, to me he's the Mumbler. Because that's all he does is mumble. Throughout the whole thing, he's just like, oh, yeah, I'm talking right. That's pretty much it. That's him throughout the whole movie. And frankly, he has a big point in this. So why did they pick such an annoying voice actor? I don't know. Probably for the same reason they picked such an annoying voice actor for the sidekick. Then there's the dog, who frankly I don't really mind it that much because I mean it's a dog. I really like dogs. I have a lot of them, so yeah, I didn't really mind him that much. But God, did I not expect him to talk? I was just like, wait a minute, the dogs can talk? Why weren't they talking this whole time then? It really begs that question. Why weren't they talking this whole time? Oh yeah, and then they're also, speaking of talking, there are dolphins in this that can talk through magical freaking moonbeams. I don't know. I really don't know. They can talk through magical moonbeams made out of tears. I don't get it at all. Apparently it works on everyone on the ship too, because everyone on that ship can freaking talk to animals for some reason with no explanation. And then there's the jail sharks who, oh yeah, they made no sense. Did they eat someone from Alcatraz or something? What? How'd they get those jail costumes? Were they born with them or something? What happened? How'd they get them? And then there's the strangest one of all. Yeah, these aren't even the strange ones yet. Tentacles. Just tentacles. This thing is a freaking kraken. From the picture that I used in the story, that thing is enough to scare someone. I'm surprised that kids who might have seen this movie, I pray to God for them, but I am scared to see what they would think of tentacles. Like, would they say, Mom, Dad, is that the devil? Because I really see that one coming. Because I see that question coming after watching this. But, God, is there anything good about these characters? No! Because they're all entirely bland and have no interest in their performances. So why should I have any interest in them? So frankly, I give the characters a 1 out of 10. Because they're just that bad. They really are that bad. Again, this is one of the worst ones I've seen. Not as bad as LeBoo, but God, this one's bad. It's really bad. Not only do they insult the audience's intelligence, but they also take advantage of such a tragic event. They try and take advantage of it. Like saying, oh yeah, we have enough lifeboats for everyone. Well, technically yes, they did, but for some odd reason they would only fit in like 15 people. Or at least according to my dad. They would only fit in like 15 people into it when there was room for more. So, yeah, but in this one they fit like 5 people on one. I'm like, wait, why'd they do that? Yeah, boat sinking right over there. Yeah, let's just film the orchestra right over here. Let's put them right over there in the boat entirely with all their instruments so then they can play us out. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I think that this movie has a certain psychology to it. So, yeah, it's very historically inaccurate. Like, if you're looking for something better, then watch the actual Titanic movie. Or watch a documentary about it. At least the actual Titanic one, people do die in that. But yeah, this thing is not worth watching. So frankly, I give it a 1 out of 10. Like LeBoo, because this one to me is one of the worst. It's like one of the worst, so I give it a 1 out of 10. And next week is A Separate Piece. And no, not the book. There's an actual movie based off of that. Bye.